Imagine a man you trust, a lawyer, a man of God. His profile is filled with prayers, religious advice, and photos of him smiling in his office. He is the person you go to when you are in trouble, believing he will save you. Now imagine that same man sitting in his office late at night. But he isn't reading case files. He is sitting next to a locked room, a room that emits a strange smell, a room where he keeps his secrets, not in paper files, but wrapped in plastic and buried beneath the tiles. This is not a movie. This is the terrifying true story of Nasr El-Din, the man known today as the Maamoura Serial Killer, a man who practiced law by day and dug graves by night. We dive deep into one of Egypt's most shocking recent crimes. We will uncover how a lawyer from Kafr el-Sheikh deceived dozens, murdered his closest circles, and lived with their corpses for months. And we will reveal the bizarre mistake that finally exposed his house of horrors in 2025, Nasr El-Din El-Sayed Ismail Ghazi. To the outside world, he was a successful 52-year-old lawyer. A graduate of Sharia and law, he knew how to speak, how to convince, and most importantly, how to make people feel safe. Originally from Kafr el-Sheikh, Nasr moved to Alexandria searching for wealth. He didn't just want to be a lawyer. He wanted to be a fixer. He specialized in bankruptcy and property disputes, areas where desperate people have a lot of money to lose. He built a perfect facade. On social media, he was a sheikh, posting religious verses and moral wisdom. In reality, he was a predator. Investigations revealed that Nasr didn't just have one office. He rented nearly 19 different apartments and offices across Alexandria, specifically in the Asafra and Maamoura districts. Why does a lawyer need 19 empty apartments? The answer wasn't business. It was for what he called his red nights, and for something much worse. Nasr's killing spree wasn't random. He didn't hunt strangers in alleyways. He killed the people who trusted him the most. Victim number 1, the wife, Mona Fawzi. She wasn't just a client. She was his wife by an Urfi, unofficial marriage. Sources state that after a dispute likely over his affairs or money, Nasr killed her in cold blood. But he didn't panic. In a twist that shocked investigators, Nasr didn't dispose of her immediately. He commissioned a carpenter to build a custom wooden box, a coffin. He placed Mona inside, sealed it tight to trap the smell, and kept her in his office for months. He would work, meet clients, and drink tea, all while his wife's body lay just a few meters away in that box. When he moved offices from Asafra to Maamoura, he took the box with him, eventually burying her under the tiles of the new Forbidden Room. Victim number 2, the friend, engineer Mohammed Ibrahim, a wealthy man who had lived abroad and returned to invest in Egypt. He trusted Nasr to sell his property. 3 years ago, Mohammed vanished. His family searched everywhere, but Nasr, the helpful lawyer, told them Mohammed had traveled to Sharm el-Sheikh or married a foreign woman. In reality, Nasr had lured him in, killed him to steal his property and money, and buried him in another one of his rented apartments. For 3 years, Nasr walked free, spending the dead man's money. His greed had no end. Enter Hayat Turkiya, a 62-year-old fashion designer. She hired Nasr for a legal dispute. Instead of winning her case, Nasr played a double game, taking money from her and her opponent. When she confronted him and demanded her money back, she signed her death warrant. He killed her in his Maamoura office. But this time he was getting sloppy. He wrapped her body in a rug and dumped it in the forbidden room, planning to bury her later. But Nasr had a weakness: his lust. He frequently hosted illicit parties in his offices. On one fateful night during one of these parties, a woman, some reports say a guest, others say a cleaner, wandered near the locked room. The smell was overpowering. Driven by curiosity, she managed to peek inside or open the door. What she saw was a nightmare: a human shape wrapped in a carpet, blood, and the stench of death. Terrified, she didn't call the police immediately. She called her friends. They tried to confront or blackmail Nasr, causing a loud commotion. The noise woke the neighbors, who called the landlord. When the landlord forced his way in, he saw the chaos. He saw the disturbed earth in the room. He called the police. When the authorities arrived, they found Hayat Turki's body instantly. But as they interrogated Nasr, his calm demeanor cracked. He began to talk. The police started digging. But the horror didn't stop there. Nasr led them to a completely different apartment in the Muntaza district. There, buried deep beneath the floor, they found the remains of engineer Mohammed, cut in half to fit into the hole. The media dubbed him the Safa, the butcher. During the interrogation, Nasr was chillingly calm. He admitted to the killings. He admitted to praying next to the bodies. He even claimed he washed and shrouded one of his victims before burying her, justifying it with his twisted religious logic. In June 2025, the court referred his papers to the Grand Mufti, a preliminary step to the death sentence. Even his own lawyer withdrew from the case after a mental health evaluation proved Nasr was perfectly sane. He wasn't crazy. He was evil. Nasr El-Din thought he was smarter than everyone. He thought his knowledge of the law would protect him from justice. He wore the mask of a pious man to hide the monster underneath. He is a reminder that monsters don't always look like monsters. Sometimes they wear suits, they smile, and they promise to help you. This case is technically closed, but the questions remain. With 19 rented apartments, are there more victims we haven't found yet? What do you think was Nasr's fatal mistake?